Good morning, students. Today I will proceed with the last part, that is part 5th of the same chapter, the cell. Now, children, today I am going to cover the few cell organelles that are left. Hope till now you all have gone through the most of the part of the chapter covered. Let us begin with ribosome. Ribosomes, discovered by George Palade. These particles are present on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum. Now, children, in the previous classes, in the junior classes, you all know that ribosomes are known as protein factories. Do you know why they were known as protein factories? Okay. Now, they are known as protein factories. Why? Because ribosomes are rich in a nucleic acid, which is known as RNA. And RNA is a nucleic acid which helps in the protein synthesis. Ribosomes are of two types, 70S and 80S. Now this S is a Swedberg's unit, which stands for sedimentation coefficient. Now what is sedimentation coefficient? Now children, sedimentation coefficient for ribosome, that is Swedberg's unit, states that it is a rate of speed by which ribosome can move during protein synthesis. Now, how the ribosome moves during protein synthesis, how they help in protein synthesis, you will understand this in class 12th, and the topic is translation. So, meanwhile, you just focus the point that they have a unit which is known as Swedberg's unit. That is, ribosomes are of again two types, 70S and 80S. 70S ribosomes are found in prokaryotes such as bacteria, and 80S ribosomes are found in eukaryotes. Now, ribosome has two subunits. I'm going to show you in the diagram also. See, there are two diagrams I've inserted in the slide. That is one you can see with the purple and a pink color. I'm going to zoom the diagram and show you. Now see, with the purple is the larger subunit and the pink is showing a smaller subunit of ribosome. Or you can see in the other diagram, which is specifically in the color green, that a larger unit is there of ribosome and a smaller unit is there of a ribosome. And together, when they fit together, they form a structure 8. Okay, they form a structure, numeric structure 8. Now, the smaller unit of ribosome fits like a cap on the larger one. You can see again in the diagram how they are joined. The function of ribosome is that they actively take part in protein synthesis. Microvilli. Now, microvilli, if I go previously in your class 9th knowledge, you've already studied villi. So, villi and the microvilli, the structure are almost same. So, they are finger-like extensions on the cell surface membrane of some animals. I mean, microvilli are present on the cell membrane. And when they are present on the cell membrane, they give an appearance to the cell membrane as a brush border. Brush border means you have seen the paint brushes, that the whitewash brushes, no? So it gives like an appearance similar to that brush. So cell membrane appears as a brush-like structure. That is why when the microvilli or the villi are present on the cell membrane, they appear as a brush border structure. Now, they are present in the inner lining of kidneys, tubules and intestine, and they help in increasing the surface area for absorption. You can see the diagram. See, this is the diagram of villi. We have studied in class 9th also, if you remember, and they are present in the intestines, in the kidneys, so that they can increase the surface area there for better absorption of the substances. Next is cilia and flagella. They occur in the plant and animal cell. Cilia and flagella both help in the locomotion. Cilia are short, motile, and they are present in numerous in number, whereas flagella is longer and they are lesser in number. Sometimes they are 2 in number, sometimes they can be 1 in number. And flagella can be seen more than 2 in bacteria, less than 2 in bacteria. Cilia beats in coordination, I mean they function in a synchronization behavior, whereas flagella doesn't, it beats independently. So both these structure help in locomotion. and they are present on the outside structure of the cytoplasm. But they have the same origin. Now, cilia flagella consist of a body which is known as an axial body and a basal body. Both their structure, their function are the same. You can see in the diagram. See, this is the diagram of the cilia, and this diagram can be used for flagella also. So children, see the axial body. The upper part is the axial body and the lower part is the basal body. Centrioles. Now centrioles comes with the centrosome also. They are non-membranous structure. They are cylindral, hollow cylindrical like structure, present in pairs. They are present in animals and lower plant cell. Centrioles is made up of microtubules. Both centriole and centrosome are perpendicular to each other, and they have a special protein known as tubulin. They help in the formation of cilia flagella. They help in the formation of spindle fiber during cell division. Now, this is the basic diagram of centrosome with centriole. Together, this whole diagram is known as centrosome. Centriole is present in the middle, a cylindrical structure with a radiating rays which are known as microtubules. So children, the chapter cell is completed. I started unit 3 and the chapter 8, and this is completed. So I hope that you'll go through all the chapters. You will apply the concept of the chapters in the questions given back, and hope if the chapter is understood, it is good, and if the doubts come, I'm going to take it in the Zoom class. Thank you, children.